Good morning, Social Cam, Facebook, YouTube. Joyce Rice here reporting to you again. It's probably been maybe 7 days since I've actually left a video, and I think that's been 7 days too long, don't you? But anyway, I wanted to continue with where I left off. There's so many layers that are involved with developing effective business relationships. I mean, before that relationship is actually developed, there are so many things strategically and methodically that we need to be doing in order to make sure that once we embark upon that business relationship, it can be sustained, it can be progressive, and it can be long-term. So right now we are discussing how we can gain the audience of a potential business client that we are pursuing. That is where we left off. And the last time that we talked, one of the important points that I mentioned is that if you have met, let's say, a business acquaintance, maybe at a marketing event or networking event or even at a social event, and you desire to get their attention so that you may be able to present or offer what it is that you're doing. One of the things that I said we should consider doing is trying something creative in order to get their attention. More than likely, what you have to offer is going to be better received in an environment where you're able to speak face to face. So that will be considered an appointment. In order to get that appointment, sometimes we have to do something creative in order to get that. So my idea in one of my previous videos was to consider sending coffee and bagels, coffee and donuts, coffee and muffins. It is a kind gesture, and it definitely is an attention grabber. So imagine, if you being an executive, you show up in your office 9 o'clock in the morning, and then the administrative person brings, fresh bagels and coffee before you can even do it yourself. So that's a very nice gesture. And then what you want to do is you want to actually follow up with that individual either later that day or the following day. You do not want too much time to pass by, or you can be forgotten about, but you want to follow up and you want to introduce yourself, and you want to state why you're calling. Now, this is the meat of the video today, is making an impression such that you can actually get an audience with that individual you're trying to meet with. So once you do something creative to get their attention, now you're following up, and when you get them on the phone, you need to be able to make an impact so that you can get that appointment and get in front of them and present what it is that you have to present to them. So when you are actually on the phone with them and you're introducing yourself, you're going to go into what most people in business and sales call an elevator pitch. What that essentially means is within a very short amount of time, you want to be able to succinctly and effectively communicate your value proposition. Or in other words, what do you have to offer and why is it a benefit to them? That is what you want to be able to share. And you want to do that in such a way that they don't have to figure out what you're trying to say, what it means to them, how it applies. You really want to make sure that you are clear and you are very succinct. And you also want to be confident and very energetic about it. Now, when you do that, you want to follow that elevator pitch up with an assumptive question, which essentially means I'm assuming that you are interested, and I'm assuming that I'm going to get this appointment. So I was thinking, what time during the week would work better for you? Earlier or during the latter part of the week? What time of the day works best for you? During the morning or during the afternoons? You want to basically lead in with what we call an assumptive close. I don't want to get too salesy on you guys, but I do have to use some of this terminology because this is just the way it works. So in my next video, I'm going to specifically get into how you can effectively communicate your elevator pitch, how you can effectively communicate and succinctly express what you do, and share how that is a benefit to the person you are trying to reach. So without further ado, I'm going to say goodbye for now, but I'm so looking forward to connecting with you again. Have an awesome, awesome day.